Welcome to the Deep Dive, your shortcut to being genuinely well-informed. Have you ever, tried to tell someone about an amazing person you met?
Or maybe a place you visited. That feeling.
Exactly, and you just can't quite capture it. Your words feel flat, like the experience just fizzles out before you can share it.
It happens to all of us, I think. Whether it's just chatting or trying to tell a really good story.
Well, today we're doing a deep dive into description, how we actually do it well.
Yeah, how we make things vivid.
We're using a really great framework from Describing People and Places in English by SmartSpeak English. It's not about the absolute basics. It's more about refining how we use language.
Making our words really paint those pictures. Right?
Exactly. Our mission here is to find clear, fluent, really impactful ways to bring people and places to life, giving you the tools for, better conversations and stories.
And it matters, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's not just about sounding nice. Think about this is so useful.
How so?
Well, in business, maybe describing the feel of a product. Or in an interview, talking about a project or a team dynamic.
Ah, right. Getting that nuance across.
Precisely. And even just sharing travel stories. Good description makes the listener feel like they were there with you. So this deep dive, it's like getting a refined toolkit.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Starting with people. How do we bring them to life with words?
Our source suggests a really helpful structure. Basically, we tend to focus on three main things.
3 pillars, maybe?
Yeah, like 3 lenses. It helps us go beyond just, the surface level, makes the description deeper, more specific.
Okay, I like that. Lenses. So it pushes us past just listing facts.
Exactly. It encourages a more holistic view. You get the outside, the inside. It helps the listener build a richer mental image. It's about character, not just a checklist.
Got it. So lens number 1, that's appearance, right? How they look.
The visual foundation.
And the source gives examples like, she is tall and slim, or he has short black hair. Even simple things like she wears glasses.
Yeah, and the key there is selective detail. It's not about describing everything.
Right, just enough to start the picture.
Exactly. Enough to anchor the listener's imagination, like a quick sketch. These initial details, if they're well chosen, set the stage. They make the person start to feel real.
Okay, so appearance first. Then we get into something maybe trickier. Personality, how they are.
Ah, yes. Beyond the surface, their character, their temperament, what makes them tick.
But how do you capture that without just saying, he's nice? How do you avoid the cliches?
Well, this is where showing, not just telling, comes in. It's really powerful here.
Okay, examples.
The source gives ones like, he is friendly and helpful. Good start. Or, she's hardworking, but a little shy. Adds a bit more complexity.
He is funny and always makes people laugh. That one definitely paints a picture.
It does. And to really boost it, think about the implication. Don't just say hardworking. Yes. Like, he's often the first one in the office, checking every detail, sometimes stays late. That shows the hard work. It feels more authentic than just the adjective.
It makes sense. It gives concrete evidence.
Precisely. Specific actions revealing character. Adds that realness.
Which leads nicely into the third lens or pillar, actions or habits, what they actually do.
Right. This is where personality often becomes visible, tangible.
Things they do regularly.
Exactly. Their routines, their characteristic behaviors, like the source examples. She loves reading books.
Okay, that suggests maybe quiet, thoughtful.
Could be. Or he plays football every weekend.
Active, maybe competitive.
Yeah. Or they always arrive on time. That tells you something about reliability.
Dependability, yeah.
And these actions, these habits, are such potent clues. They offer really specific, memorable details that flesh out the person.
So instead of just saying active, you give the football example.
Exactly. It provides a concrete image, anchors the personality traits, makes the description feel, lived in. You can almost see them doing it.
It's funny you mentioned that. I was trying to describe my aunt once.
Oh, yeah.
And I focused so much on her, bright purple hair, the appearance bit.
Okay.
But I didn't really capture her independence, her dry wit, the personality, and maybe the actions that showed it. This framework actually helps see where I went wrong.
That's a perfect example. Too much pillar 1, not enough 2 and 3. It's about the balance, isn't it?
Definitely. Okay, so appearance, personality, actions, habits, that's a really solid way to think about describing people. But what about places? They have character too, right? The places that stick in our memory or shape us.
Absolutely. And describing places effectively. It's not just about listing what's there. It's about evoking a feeling.
An atmosphere.
Yes, creating an atmosphere, a whole sensory experience. It's more than just sight. Think about other senses.
Like smell?
Or sound. Exactly. What does the place smell like? Rain on pavement, salty sea air, or the feel of something cool, stone, warm sun. Tapping into those less used senses can really transport the listener.
Okay, so how does our source break down describing places? Similar dimensions.
Yeah. It gives us key elements. The first one is pretty basic but important. Size, the overview.
Right. Big, small, wide, narrow. Sets the scale.
It does. It's the initial frame.
And
It
what?
immediately shapes how the listener starts to picture the place in their mind.
Gives that first orientation.
Exactly. A small, cozy cafe feels very different from a vast, open landscape right from the start, doesn't it? It sets the psychological scale.
Okay, size first. Then what?
Then we get into the look and feel, the atmosphere.
Ah, this is where the emotion comes in.
Precisely. Weaving in sensory stuff, mood. The source uses words like beautiful, noisy, crowded, peaceful.
Those words immediately create a vibe.
They really do. Beautiful sparks pleasure. Noisy engages hearing, suggests energy. Peaceful brings calm. They paint the emotional color of the place.
It tells you how you might feel there.
That's the key. It moves beyond just facts to create a visceral impression. Makes it immersive. It's like building a mood board for the listener.
Love that. Okay, size, look, and feel. And then?
Details. The specifics that bring it all to life.
This is where we zoom in.
Right. The unique elements. The source mentions things like buildings, nature, people, colors, tangible things.
The details that make a place distinct.
Yes. They ground the description, add texture. Are the buildings soaring skyscrapers or quaint cottages? Is the nature lush forests or manicured gardens?
And people, too, like bustling crowds or...
Children playing.
Yeah.
Exactly. Those specifics take it from generic to vibrant. They ignite the imagination, make it unforgettable.
Okay, let's see this in action. The source has some great examples, like describing a city, Paris. It says, "It's a big and beautiful city. It is famous for the Eiffel Tower. The streets are full of tourists."
See how effective that is. Big is the size, beautiful is the look.
And then the details. Eiffel Tower, iconic, instantly recognizable.
Right, it anchors it culturally. And streets full of tourists, that immediately gives you the energy, the vibe.
Bustling, maybe a bit chaotic, but lively.
Yeah, it combines size, look, and specific details to create a really strong, familiar picture quickly. You get the scale, the aesthetic, the pulse.
Okay, now for contrast, a village, the source says. The village is small and peaceful.
Size and feel right away.
There are green fields and fresh air.
Sensory details. You can almost smell the air, see the green. Evokes calm nature.
And then people are friendly and kind.
The social dimension. Crucial. It's not just landscape, it's community. Warmth.
So different from the Paris example.
Completely. Shows how just a few well-chosen words, size, atmosphere, sensory input, social observation can transport you somewhere totally different. Evokes a different feeling.
Okay, one more. A park. The park is clean and quiet.
Look clean and feel quiet. Sets a tranquil scene.
There are many tall trees and colorful flowers.
Visual details. Lush, natural. Paints the picture.
Children are playing and families are relaxing.
And there's the human element again. It brings it to life. It's not just a static image.
It tells you what happens there, the atmosphere it fosters.
Exactly. Inviting, full of life, but also peaceful. It weaves the look, feel, and specific actions together perfectly.
So pulling this all together, what's the takeaway for you listening?
Well, it's not just theory, is it?
No, it's incredibly practical. This stuff is the secret sauce, like you said, for storytelling, making travel stories actually interesting.
Or just everyday conversations clearer, more engaging.
And definitely those professional situations we talked about, describing projects, skills, team dynamics, concisely, compellingly. It really empowers your words.
And it addresses a big challenge today, doesn't it? In this world of constant information.
Getting attention.
Yeah. How do you make your words stick? How do you make them resonate?
By being precise, evocative.
Exactly. Moving beyond the generic. Using specific, memorable details, helping people grasp the essence.
So your communication isn't just clear, it's impactful, memorable.
It leaves that lasting impression rather than just fading away.
Wow. Okay. This has been a really useful deep dive. We've got frameworks for people, appearance, personality, actions, habits.
And for places, size, look, feel, and those crucial specific details. Tools from SmartSpeak English that can really transform how we communicate.
Definitely. So now that you listening have these tools, here's a little challenge, a way to practice.
Okay.
Take a moment. right now, maybe. Think of someone you really admire, maybe someone quite complex.
Or,
Think of your absolute favorite place, somewhere that means a lot to you emotionally.
got it.
Now, using these ideas, the categories, showing versus telling, the sensory details, how would you describe them?
Putting it into practice immediately.
Yes. What specific words would you choose? Not just to describe them, but to capture the essence that makes them special to you. Think about the impact of each word.
That's a great exercise, a real challenge, because applying this stuff, really thinking about it.
It moves you beyond the vague descriptions we often fall back on.
Right. Towards something truly engaging, insightful. It makes every conversation, every story richer, more vivid, more impactful.
We become more articulate, more persuasive. This deep dive really has been a shortcut, not just to being informed, but to expressing yourself more effectively. We hope you feel ready to paint some amazing pictures with your words.
Make every description count.
Until next time, keep exploring.